You're with News First, and up next is a look at Action TV.
Since the 8th of January 2015, the media has reported on several occasions where the Presidential Secretariat has instructed heads of provincial governments to limit overseas travel in the face of the financial crisis facing the state. Study trips undertaken by provincial councillors are prominent among the overseas trips organised every year by the provincial councils. These representatives, who appear as all-knowing pundits on trees, walls and lampposts during election campaigns where they seek a mandate from the people, are sent overseas once a year to educate themselves at the expense of the people. No provincial council has as yet compiled and presented a report to the people evaluating the progress and impact of these once-a-year study trips organised for the councillors. Given that public services delivered by provincial councils are notorious for stalling, it is fair for the taxpayer to question if there is any point to these once-a-year study trips undertaken by provincial councillors. Until last year, all provincial councils, with the exception of the northern and eastern councils, have been sending their councillors to Thailand for these once-a-year study trips. Pioneering a change in this trend, last month the Western Provincial Council sent its councillors to Russia on an overseas study trip. In addition to the allocation of public funds for the councillors for this trip, a provincial leader had also given a stipend of $100 to each councillor. If no inquiries are made into determining where these funds came from, it would amount to a serious flaw in good governance. The Central Provincial Council is now following the Western Provincial Council's example in terms of the overseas study trip to Russia. Accordingly, the first group of councillors will depart for a week-long visit to Russia on Tuesday. While a sum of $3,000 has been allocated for each councillor in the 30-member group, this letter informs the State Bank to provide $1,675 to each of the councillors. When the first group returns, the remaining 35 councillors will embark on their overseas study trip on the 5th of October. While $195,000, amounting to about 27.3 million rupees, has been noted as the expenditure for this trip, airfares alone will cost more than 10 million rupees under the coordination of an individual who is not a public official and is related to a leader in the provincial council. None of the leaders in the provincial council possess any document that details with any measure of certainty what studies will be undertaken during this overseas study trip. A bitter truth came to light at the last sitting of the Central Provincial Council. 258 projects initiated by the Council have stalled following the 8th of January 2015 due to the shortage of funding. Is it truly essential for the Provincial Council to send councillors overseas on study trips when it is facing such a serious shortage of funds? Shouldn't the taxpaying public be made aware of what benefits they will reap or have reaped as a result of the councillors' annual overseas education? Governor of the Central Province, over to you.